Hi, welcome to Crank It Up. I'm Eric Glassy, and today we're going to continue to flesh out our characters. To properly flesh out your character, you have to figure out your hit points. Unlike typical RPGs where you have cumulative hit points, in MMO you have hit points in various areas, such as your head, chest, abdomen, and limbs. Your hit points are based off of various combinations of your health, stature, and strength. The results will give you an attribute total, which you will compare with the hit points table to determine your actual hit points. My head attribute is 27, and when compared to the hit chart, I have 15 points to my head. Writing the rest of the numbers, I have 32 hit points in my chest, 24 in my abdomen, and in each of my limbs. Any damage up to half of your hit points is considered a minor injury and incurs no penalties. Major injuries are injuries that are greater than half of your hit points and require a willpower check. A failure gives you a negative 10% situational modifier on skill checks and negative 5 to your initiative. The situational modifier lasts for 1 round per hit points of excessive minor injuries. The initiative reduction lasts until you are healed beyond a major injury. A disabling injury is excess of your hit points and requires a system strength check. A failure leaves them stunned, while a success indicates they suffer various effects for 1 round of each hit point in excess of your total hit points. In addition to the following effects, you have a negative 25% situational modifier and a negative 5 to initiative. A headshot would be unconscious. Chest and abdomen leaves the individual breathless and the movement limited to a crawl. A disabling injury to a limb would cause it to go limp, and an arm would be useless, while a leg would cause the movement to be limited to a crawl. Lastly, a mortal injury is greater than 2 times your hit points and requires a system strength check to remain conscious. In addition, you have a multiple wounds attribute. When this is exceeded, you have to make a willpower check. A failure gives a negative 10% situational modifier and a negative 5 initiative. Each time they are hit again, they must make this check, with failure effects stacking. Now, these are canon game mechanics. As a GM, I will follow these rules for boss battles, for the bosses themselves, and of course, every player would follow this for themselves. However, I would have minion PCs be knocked out or eliminated if the players exceed a head, chest, or abdomen body part, or exceed their multiple wounds threshold. But that's just something I would do to make the game run a little faster. I would love to hear what you do to make your games run faster. Until next time, let's shut it down.